Would I have the audacity to draw that? I'm not sure if I would. Oh my God. All right. Okay, we're gonna take a look at this shot that's animated by Yusuke Yoshigaki, and the animation director of this part was Hiroyuki Imaishi. We'll just run through the clip bit by bit and see what we discover as we go along. I'm not gonna play it for you beforehand. We're gonna discover this shot as we go along. Check it out. So we start with just the face movement. You can see that the face is kind of built out sometimes, so it allows the lips to protrude out of the side of the face, which can allow it to stretch to quite cartoony proportions. We now have a change here. He's coiling up, a little bit of easing there. A little tremble, a little bit of trembling, and you can see the stress lines. He pops out. Facial expression, funny. Every frame is funny. Okay, he just reaches into his jacket really fast. Just one frame, just snaps into his jacket. 1, 2, 3, 4 frames. He pulls out a revolver. I love this very sporadic movement, reflected in the shapes as well. Mouth shape and everything. The shape language is always on point with the hair and everything. Just very confident drawings. Look at the barrel of that gun. Would I have the audacity to draw that? I'm not sure if I would. I'm not reckless enough to draw that in a frame, but yeah, okay. Look at his chin, just like reaching to the sky. So there's just a little white there, and then bam, gets shot in the face. Okay. Oh my God, look at this. I don't have words for this. Very cartoony, and the kind of pow shapes that come out of here. Another little flash. He takes it, it flies up out of the seat. This pose is still being held. Like, this pose hasn't moved. It just, and he's done it without looking. He's just he just knows where he is. Doesn't have to aim at all. Okay, bounces down hard. This guy's still in the air. He's still in the air. Okay. So we've just had the craziest, wackiest thing. And then what do we find? And just like that, just goes back to normal, you know? Goes back to serious face. This is comedy, you know, it just whips you from one thing to another. Okay, anyway, I'm explaining comedy. There's one thing you mustn't do. It's a cardinal sin to explain how comedy works. So I'm gonna actually hold back, and I think just seeing it is enough to learn from it. Okay, he ducks down, all right. Cool pose. It takes a little bit of time here for a little blink of just a little gleam on the barrel of the gun. Holding it up. Tiny, tiny, tiny pupils. Funny expression as well. Okay. Spittle going everywhere. It makes a lot of difference if you just think to include these things like the spittle. And these guys have thought of lots of little ways to make you laugh. Okay, we all know this expression. We've seen this face on forums and things. Okay, that's just nuts. Like, these guys are having so much fun animating this. I can just tell, seeing how far they can push this comedy visually. All right. So she's just propositioned, I suppose, made a proposal. We're gonna see what he does. All right, let's have a look at what he does. Okay, brings the feet together. Great pose, look at this, great pose. The next frame, I did not skip ahead. All right, every frame is a new surprise. Like this jaw, like coming out here. We got the elbow up. Okay, oh my God. Okay, tongue out. Then onto this one, we got this going on with the legs. And splayed. Where is it gonna go next? I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen next. Okay. They do not waste a frame with this animation. They do not waste a frame. Okay, now he's got the fawning expression. We really don't need sound to understand this. He's saying something there. We got some yapping. And then, oh my God, he's down here. What is that? Is that his arm? Okay, he's real low. He's down real low. Look, this was the previous frame. And he's down here. Okay. Whoa. He's up in the air. Look at that. Okay, yeah. Oh, nice. That's crazy. Oh, okay. Let me check the legs here. He's brought the legs up. He did a little rotation, I guess, like a little one of these with his legs in the air. And then he's back down. Oh my God. All right. You just got to go with it with this when you're going through it frame by frame and you don't know what's happening next. Wow, he's really excited. Ass in the air, above his shoulders. And then he just pulls his hips in like that. Wow, that's really good. That looks so natural, actually. The way the arms just snap forward to there and the hips just snap down. Oh, you can feel it. Like if I just go back and forth between those two, you can feel it. It works. So this drapery and stuff is given a chance to rest. The pose is kind of brought to a settle just for one frame. Just using one frame, it's brought to a settle before he moves on. Okay, chin hitting the sky. And now what's he gonna do? Okay, blimey, he's really building up to something, isn't he? Elbows up. He's going through a whole pose book of different poses. He's got his hands like this. What's he gonna do? Oh! Oh! Look, this was the previous frame. I saw his hands were doing this kind of thing. I was like, what is he gonna do there? He's like swimming. Okay, let's just see where it goes. There we go. That is good. Just spontaneously diving out of all of his clothes. I love this. I actually love this. It's like clothes falling to the floor, and they still retain some of their shape initially. That's really good. he's doing breaststroke in the air. Is he gonna fall to the ground? No, he's just swimming. He's swimming in the air. There we go. What great form. He's going in for the kiss. You can see the mouth shape. And that's where that cut ends. Okay, I can't help myself. I'm gonna analyze a little bit more while we're here. Okay, so there's this gunfire, and as usual, there's like a lot of machine gun fire back and forth. But look what she's got in her hand. She's got in her hand a razor blade. Not a gun. I thought it was a gun at first. It's a razor blade. She's in this crazy wacky pose. You can see the hand outstretched with these like the fingers like. It's just going to be her hand that's moving. This is a still frame behind, and it's just the arm that's going to be doing all of the work, and that's saving redrawing, but it's also just comedic. So this is really, really elastic drawing. And you can see, this is actually really cool, this trail here. I suppose that shows the motion path, kind of whips it round like this. Very economic in terms of drawings. Yeah, and you can see the impact there. And now she's got it here. She's probably going to bring it back up again. Yeah, like that. So she just brought it round from there. So she's either deflecting the bullets or she's slicing up the bullets as they make their way in to her. Now we go really crazy because doing these crazy multiples. If you want to do something that's really fast, you can draw the same arm multiple times on one frame at a speed that's essentially faster than the frame rate will allow. So the razor's down here, and then she's going to flick it back up, so we can see the white is kind of indicating where the movement has been. Okay, we've changed the pose here on this one, so she's moving a little bit. Okay, yeah, redrawing the pose again. These are some crazy drawings. Like if you had a sketchbook full of these poses, you'd be considered a really, really good artist, you know. They're very, very confident, wacky poses. Okay, here we've got multiple here. We got a multiple down there. We got a multiple up here. So that's 3 arm drawings all in the same frame. This is just getting out of hand. I mean, in a good way, this is getting out of hand. Okay, now we've got him. This is the guy shooting. He's got 2 guns. And let's see what he's doing with these 2 guns. Okay, so first of all, let's just point out that he is fully upside down. He's fully upside down while he's shooting these. We got the streaks behind, rulered streaks, but always at a little angle, always at a diagonal. They want to keep that crazy energy going. They don't want to let it rest for 1 second. Okay, yeah, he fires off a shot. Other ones here. That's the recoil, I guess, that's doing that. Firing off in this direction over to where we presume she is. And the elbow's just, he's breaking the pose there with the elbow, right? You can totally do that in frame-by-frame animation, and it's gonna look amazing if you do. Break the elbow in this kind of context. He's shooting with one, and then he's bringing the other one across, shooting with that one. He's probably gonna bring the other one across like bang, 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 like that. He's kind of whipping them back and forth. Yeah, so to this whole scene. Okay, the recoil's sending that one back, and then he's got the other one reloaded and ready to go. Shells flying everywhere. The pose itself, the overall pose of his body is pretty much staying still, which kind of adds to the comedy of it, I think. Getting his arms tied up in knots, but it seems to be doing something. I love this frame here, that Imaishi style of explosion coming out. Okay, there's so much strobing. The thing with frame-by-frame animation is if you want to add the intensity to the scene, more drawings isn't necessarily going to help. Things like crazy camera shake, flashing up a white overlay, you can just inject intensity into a scene that way. You've probably figured that out already. But the difference here is that these drawings are actually really, really good, and the timing of the drawings and the posing is actually really, really strong in addition, which is why cheap knockoffs of this style won't be able to necessarily get to this level of quality despite using all of those cheap tactics. They might do it if they're really skilled, but it takes skill. And then there's a short frame of black. We open up in the middle and we zoom out, and these poses, oh my God, I love these poses. They're so dynamic. Who has the audacity to draw like this and get away with it? I wish I did. I need to just be more reckless. I need to be more brave. I don't know, to really be confident that you know what you're doing. Okay, let's just check out the effects animation as well though. Lovely. It's something, the quality of the shapes here is just very nice. I really like that. And that's before we even get into how they disperse. They have a very kind of pose to pose style in this. It clearly goes from that first drawing, which is a pose of the effects animation, to somewhere around here, they have another pose, right? And it slows its way down, it eases into that pose. And then it finally moves on to just the dispersal. But it's just interesting in the timing that they're not hiding away from the fact that it's pose to pose. The timing there clearly indicates that it's pose to pose. They actually slow down to that midway drawing, but it adds style, doesn't it? They don't just inject style into the posing and then play the timing straight, like realistic timing. They're also stylized in the timing. If you're interested in these shapes, I mean, you can get like a filled stroke and you can practice these for yourself. You can practice trying to get, I mean, there's no guarantee that you will, but you can practice trying to make these shapes. With the filled stroke, you find that the less you really try, loose and relaxed, the closer you'll get to this look. I mean, these guys are relaxed, they're having fun. I'm not quite getting it here because I haven't practiced, but sometimes I try and just do an imitation. Imaishi's just, this is just the shape he pulled out probably, and he's like, yeah, that looks good. We'll roll with that. We're not going to get into the principles of what's behind that here, but okay, so yeah, it turns out she was with her razor blade just slicing them perfectly in half, every bullet that comes in. I mean, it's a cartoon, you can do that. So we have this reveal, and then we go to this, and I just love this. I love the posing here. Let's go. He's still got his guns in his hand, but he's like clutching his eyebrows like this, like he's got a smile on his face. Okay, so he brings his hands away. I want to play this first so you can just see it. I love that little, it's so quirky and fun and unique. And then they just two cells and they just swing in behind him, just completely still. And then they just slow right down. I'm not gonna try and create a style like this for myself, but it's just great to see what happens when you push it in that direction and you push it some more and you push it some more. This is what you get. It's fun to look at. It was probably a lot of fun to draw as well. Tilting outwards. And then they flap their way in to the next side. Push it more. You see the pinkies? The forefingers are also flexed. Look at that. Just those two. That's good posing, I think, if you can just go back and forth and be like, oh yeah, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it between these two drawings. Yeah, great. Amazing. I'm losing my voice now. Going through some of these clips without looking ahead to see what happens. It's really fun. I'll leave it at that. Thank you for watching. Here's my plug. If you want to make animations of your own, Mastering Motion is an advanced online animation course designed to train you in techniques that go far beyond the principles of 2D animation. Advanced techniques like 3D hand-drawn camera movement, fight choreography, effects animation, character animation, as well as my reference process. If that sounds a bit too advanced for you, if you're a beginner, then I've got you covered as well with my Getting Started in 2D Animation course. This one lays the foundations of everything you need to make your own animated films. That includes drawing principles, animation principles, storyboarding principles, and the rendering process. And this is all in one place. No need to hunt down obscure videos in distant corners of the internet. We build you up with animation exercises that grow in complexity as you learn more. It's a course that will help you to develop the ability to fully realize on the screen whatever crazy ideas are going on in your head. Go to animatorguild.com to learn more about these. The link is in the description and pinned in the top comment of this video. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment if you like, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.